So long, Burgos.
Goodbye, Jim. See ya.
See ya.
As the sun rose over Burgos, our departure was stained by the sudden loss of two comrades, their arms cut off from a collective body. Jim and Evan, who had to leave early, are no more. The group, once a unified whole, now scattered into lonely figures against the vast canvas of the Camino. The gap left by our companions mirrored the bleak emptiness of the Meseta that awaited us, a terrain dreaded and admired by many for its existential challenges. It would give me plenty of time to think. As I leave behind the city and the noise, I feel the strong attraction of the wilderness that awaits. Nature has always spoken to me in a way that nothing else can. The contrast between the concrete jungle and the empty plains of the Meseta is stark and profound, making this windy transition particularly opportune. I am looking forward to the upcoming 31-kilometer stretch to Hontanas, a pilgrimage within a pilgrimage. A timely meditation on the transience of companionship and the fragile balance of our connections. This abrupt loss serves as a powerful reminder to not take relationships for granted. What we cherish can vanish instantly. Saying goodbye to these dear friends has left its mark, emphasizing the priceless significance of the connections established on the Camino. But it is ironic that I face these questions in this barren landscape, this desolate wasteland. Perhaps it is a sign, a test, a challenge, to confront the impermanence of life, to accept the change, to embrace the solitude. The vastness of the horizon, the isolation of the road, the wind in my ears. All these amplify the echoes of my thoughts. Jim is gone, the engine that kept us together, the glue that bonded us. I fear that our group will fall apart, that we will lose each other. Evan's infectious laughter, his joy and his spirit are missing. Our Camino family is in danger. We walk alone, exposed, vulnerable in the bright and windy day. But this is also the beauty of the Camino. Things can change suddenly, unexpectedly, for better or for worse, to make room for something new, something different, something unknown. So we're now entering the Meseta. It's much more barren and less pretty. It doesn't try to be pretty. It doesn't try to please your eye all the time. But that's what makes it interesting. You have a lot of time to just let your mind wander and look at the wide open plains and the not so pretty villages. A couple of days of this. I'm looking forward to it. The Camino de Santiago is a journey of rhythms and of movements. I compare it to an accordion, an instrument of sound and air. Pilgrims start out together in Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, forming a harmonious group, moving in sync across the land. But this harmony does not last. It changes and starts breaking. Pilgrims walk at their own speed, some faster, some slower. The accordion expands and contracts, creating gaps and compressions. The Camino is a succession of encounters, of intersections, of separations. Some pilgrims stay with me for a long time, becoming friends, companions, confidants. Others are like ghosts, appearing and disappearing, leaving no trace. Faces that I recognize but do not know, passing by me, greeting me, and leaving me. Buen camino, they say, like sailors in the dark. The Camino is a journey of many steps and many stories, unfolding like a living novel. An accordion of connections, alive and breathing, where every step resonates with the deep and fleeting beauty of the pilgrim's path. The Meseta is not a place, but a state of mind. As I walk on this endless flatness, I feel myself becoming smaller and smaller, while the world around me grows larger and larger. The sky is vast and merciless, the land is barren and silent, the wind is cold and relentless. I walk faster on this terrain, but I also slow down in my mind. There is less beauty to admire, less variety to enjoy, less life to share. I go deeper into myself, into my thoughts, into my emotions. I go deeper into the Camino itself, the journey and its spirit. These long stretches of nothingness bring out the Camino's spiritual side. And suddenly, a drop in the plain reveals a hidden oasis village, Hontanas. At the town's entrance lies a fine albergue, and it so happens that Tara, Gabrielle, and Addison will make it here today as well. Grateful that we can reunite, few that we are, we share the only available room. One of us sleeping on a mattress on the floor for a lack of beds. That's fine. We enjoy a glorious shower after the long walk, followed by a communal dinner with a giant paella and a delicious dessert. Chillaxing at the albergue after that easy 31-kilometer walk. People waiting in line. This is a view of Hontanas downtown. My nice little albergue. Santa Brigada. Super nice stuff. Good food. Nice accommodations. I'll be back. Tara?
It's the nicest outfit.
At least we really made it look like there was just a nuclear explosion.
Yeah, we partied. We really partied.
True. I like it. Hontanas. Yeah. No, it was nice. My favorite albergue. 457 kilometers to go. I was very optimistic and opted for shorts, although it's 5 degrees, but I have this crazy theory that in an hour or two it will be warm. We walked along endless fields of poppies, where the red petals glowed like embers scattered on the green rolling hills. They're a dazzling sight, but also a sorrowful reminder of the fragility of life, for they are destined to perish as soon as we reach for them. We can only look at them. In the act of taking possession, poppies wilt at once. Like a fleeting dream, they vanish once severed from their root. No capturing what only lives in liberty. Here now, gone in a moment. We humans crave for permanence, for things that remain. We want to cling to what we love, to make it ours forever. But the poppies are teaching us a different lesson. In their ephemeral, radiant, and evanescent beauty, they reflect the transience of friendships. Camino friendships can blaze bright and strong, yet briefly, as wild poppies do. These red flowers mirror such connections in their vivid evanescence. Friendships forged on the Camino can be like the comets that streak across the sky, leaving only a trail of light behind, or they can last forever. There is the story of Ovidio Campo, a pilgrim turned guardian of the 14th century ruins of San Anton convent. His pilgrimage to Rome in the year 2000 led to the fulfillment of a dream, the creation of a free, austere refuge for pilgrims, the San Anton Pilgrim Hospital. In the desolate expanse of the Meseta, the wind bears down with an icy determination, questioning the wisdom of my choice to wear shorts. Thus, I am quite cold by the time I reach my first coffee stop. And so I warm up a bit and add more layers of clothing, a feeble shield against the merciless gusts. The treeless plains offer no shelter from the wind. This gives the landscape an air of desolation akin to the Wild West, a vast canvas beneath boundless skies. The Meseta unfolds as a panorama of majesty, an unbroken visual ode to solitude. Nature stages a silent spectacle as we cross the land. The wind, like a sculptor, carves patterns in the fields. Shifting clouds cast shadows on the ground, and together they appear to dance in sync with the wind in a large-scale choreography of nature. Along the path, spring flowers paint a vibrant mosaic of colors, a fleeting burst of life against the historic backdrop. The spring flowers by the roadside are a constant source of beauty. We seem to be on some other planet. Indeed, are we truly still in Spain? Plodding through two-horse towns where sunlight and wind reign supreme, even the café con leche is an unremarkable affair. Everything is kind of below average, except the imposing landscapes beyond the ordinary. Without pilgrims, would these settlements survive, or would they be left to succumb to decay without the revitalizing impact of the Camino? The Meseta is also where buses unload Camino day trippers, luggage carried ahead, their origins and destinations a mystery. While they may add "I walked the Camino" to their bucket list, the Camino is more than a mere item on a travel itinerary. It is a profound experience that needs to unfold fully. And yet, the white Meseta, stoically devoid of judgment, welcomes all pilgrims. Here, amidst the sweeping plains, the essence of the Camino transcends checkboxes and itineraries, inviting a deeper connection with the journey itself. Maybe a day trip will inspire a tourist to walk the whole thing. In the end, the Camino is an enigma that eludes attempts to capture it, almost like poppies. A reality beyond observation, narration, or recording. No video can convey its depth, and no matter how hard I try, I know that my records are pale and incomplete. The Camino can only be experienced. It is a journey that offers both companionship and solitude, an opportunity to examine oneself and to discover new things, or simply to walk for a very long time. No one who hasn't walked will understand what you experienced. You don't need a reason, just going is enough. Humans are born to walk, and you are always in the place you are meant to be. The Camino may not give you what you want, but it will give you what you need. After a long, solitary walk, I arrive in the humdrum town of Fromista, ready to get some chocolate for tomorrow's trek. The local shops display glimpses into the locals' livelihood, a curiosity that always holds some unexplained interest for me. Local supermarkets are kind of fascinating. Maybe Fromista is just a one-horse town after all. That's our hotel for tonight. So that's the old room. I booked 2, I got 3, and I'm solo. Fromista. It's happening. In Fromista, I had communal dinner with new people. It's good to sometimes break your routine. I enjoyed a greasy, salty, and delicious dish of black pudding, followed by a giant serving of ribs. Just what my body needed. I was ready for the next day, a long 38-kilometer walk to Hospital de Obregón. So if you want to bear witness to that long trek tomorrow, stay tuned, leave a comment if you like, and see you there.